Good morning and welcome to the Daley Show. I'm Ron Daley, and that's why we call it the Daley Show. We're here at the Kentucky Valley Educational Cooperative Fire Summit. Fire represents forging innovation in rural education, and this is the 10th event that we've had, and so you can be watching this online now, live, this session, as well as these other 10 concurrent sessions where teachers and students are sharing innovative things in the classroom. We're expecting over 15,000 people to be watching this from several dozen states and several different countries, so we want to welcome you. And I'm very honored to have my first guest, Jerry Green, who is a superintendent from the Pikeville Independent Schools. And Jerry, I know you're working on your doctorate, and that's the one thing that's amazing is when I think about you, other superintendents are working on theirs that have them, that the level of educational leadership has really risen here in Eastern Kentucky and what our schools are doing. So tell us a little bit about your school district.
Pikeville Independent Schools is a school district with approximately 1,200 students, preschool through the 12th grade. Fortunately, we're really high performing, and I can't take any credit for that because they were doing really well long before I ever got there. Been thankful to serve there the past 17 years as a superintendent, but what makes it so unique is the value that this community places on education. So many times Eastern Kentucky, especially Appalachia, people from outside the area don't feel like that there's a great value for education here. That's not the case. Our parents are very involved. Our students are absolutely off the charts. We get students from 7 surrounding school districts to enroll and attend Pikeville Independent Schools, aside from those that live within our own school district. And we're record high ACT scores. The average is 22.8. Concerning ACT scores, they perform really well on K-Prep exams, but our main goal is try to make sure that they're ready for the next level. We've been fortunate the past 3 years to have 100% college and career readiness rate. So our students are ready for the next level, and for the past 2 years, 100% admission to college. So that we were so excited, so blessed with that, and our parents, as I mentioned earlier, they're really involved. I mean, at our schools, we will have at the elementary school over 95% attendance for open house, reading nights. I mean, last night we had a STEAM night where here we have students showcasing their ability not only in robotics, like some of the projects here, but also coding and what they've accomplished with that. And when you think about our students now involved with items like artificial intelligence and putting projects together for it, like STLP and finalists for that. And of course, we have the finals coming up for the state of Kentucky, moving on with that. And that's one of the things that's went hand in hand with the Fire Summit, is not only showcasing the STEAM students, but also here showcasing those students that are more geared toward the arts and humanities or have God-given talents within those areas, because it encompasses the whole spectrum here. So we're excited about our school district and our students getting to participate in this event, but we want to not only showcase our students, but we want to learn from everyone else here. And that's the great thing about this event. Not only the podcast or these sessions that you have in the breakout sessions each day, the best of the best are here from every district in Eastern Kentucky involved with the Kentucky Valley Educational Cooperative. So we want to learn from the others, and we feel like there's always things to learn. We try to teach our students to become lifelong learners. So we're excited about being here.
Well, you know, and Jerry, it's amazing you've been superintendent for 17 years, because, you know, that's a challenge. And the school districts across the nation, I think the average tenure of a superintendent is just a very short time.
2 to 3 years.
So you're able to do that. You all are also doing something really exciting in engineering. Can you share with that project?
Yes, we recently were approved for a grant and signed on with the Stanley Pigman Foundation. Mr. Pigman is a very successful coal operator, and he's actually he was born and raised in Caney Creek in Knott County.
Okay, yeah, that's where I've lived for years.
Okay, so you're very familiar with that area. And he has since relocated to Wilmington, North Carolina, but his passion is for Eastern Kentucky, and more specifically, his passion of engineering, the field that he grew up going into, not only with the state, but his multiple businesses as an entrepreneur. And of course, he's now using his success to give back. And when I say give back, your viewers really need to know this about Mr. Pigman. He's currently supporting 40 engineering students at the University of Kentucky and their scholarships. And he offered Pikeville Independent Schools a grant for a $50,000 startup grant for pre-engineering classes. So we're going to be able to offer these dual credit pre-engineering courses at Pikeville High School, and this will be a phenomenal opportunity for basically a beginning runway for our pre-engineering students to take off from and be more prepared for the University of Kentucky. You know, so many times we'll have students from Eastern Kentucky that are really interested in pursuing a career in engineering, and they go and they realize that the math is much more rigorous than even the track to become a doctor or the medical track, but because the level or the rigor of mathematics courses are so much more difficult, that automatically ends their career or the possibility of a career in education. So we want to make sure that we ramp that level of rigor up where they're ready to take off and they're ready to flourish when they attend the University of Kentucky. And one of the prerequisites or for applying for scholarships with Mr. Pigman is if they've completed these prerequisite courses within that his foundation offers. So he and his wife take a really hands-on approach. They come in, they check on the students, they check on their grades, they meet with the students, make sure that there's a cohort within the engineering program now where they have their own dormitory. If you have a son or daughter that goes into this program or it's admitted to the engineering program, those classes stay together. So that way the students within each year, they get to discuss the same problems that each are having. They get to study together. It's kind of like it's iron sharpens iron. They get to grow together, and it's a community within a community. So whatever issues one's having, typically somebody else is having. And this is an opportunity for them to succeed and flourish. So as you can tell, we're really excited about this and partnering with Mr. Pigman and his foundation. So we just think it's an enormous blessing for our students.
Okay, and again, folks, you can see some exciting things going on in Eastern Kentucky, exciting things going on in Pikeville and Pike County and all of Eastern Kentucky. Jerry, thank you so much for being on my program.
Thank you.